Hi!
So I am back with Laura for more
Superlatively wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even practice that.
We didn't. I'm excited.
Okay, what we're going to talk about.
So today we are going to film the 7 rules of female friendship.
Because there are rules.
There are definitely rules to friendship. So these 7 rules of friendship, for female friendship, might we add, is basically just completely based on what we think works for friendship and like how we feel, because we feel like we've got a successful friendship and how we've got there and what we believe in each other. So what's the first rule?
Being an adult. Because it is staggering to me how many friendships would not be misplaced in like a plot of Gossip Girl or Sweet Valley
Still
High.
very much in the playground, a lot of us, I think. And it is just about being straight talking. Like, what do you need to feel good in your friendship?
Well, what do you need to feel good in yourself?
Yeah.
And then cultivate the characteristics of a relationship that will fulfill that.
Yes. Like, is that person giving you that? And are you giving them what they need? Like, just be
a two-way street,
mature about
obviously.
it, I think. So, yeah.
Mature, straight talking, self-aware. You can't get out of a friendship what you need unless you're self-aware enough to know what you're looking for in your relationship.
Yeah.
Next.
Number 2.
Go on, tell me.
Bragging. And I mean that in the nicest possible way.
I love this one.
Yeah. Big up your friends, guys. Like, if you haven't got something nice to say about your friends, then you've got an issue.
Yeah.
Like, you should want to champion them. You should want to be like the cheerleader on the side, pushing them on to do good.
The way I see it is I want to be surrounded by women that are better than me, that inspire me, people who I can learn from and stretch me and challenge me, and I've done the work to make sure that that's not threatening, that a rising tide lifts all boats. So I want I want these best women around me. It makes me look good to be surrounded by phenomenal women.
Yeah, you should want to support each other in that way. And I think that brings us on to point 3, which is jealousy and competition.
Yeah.
Which is so apparent in every friendship, every relationship.
Because it's natural.
It's a natural thing, and it's not something that you should not have. I think it's really important that you do have that. It keeps you grounded, it keeps you real, but at the same time...
You'll always be jealous of people.
Yeah.
It's just, we're human.
But you've got to make sure that you own the level of jealousy that you have in you, because if you don't own it yourself, it's going to own you. And I think the reason that you're friends is because you can learn from each other.
Yeah.
Like, you're on the same team.
That's a really nice way to say it. That if you don't feel like you're on the same team as the people you're surrounding yourself with, you either need to adjust something within that dynamic so that you are on the same team, or alter the team that you've got. That's why we work so well. Yeah. Because I know that you love me whatever. Yeah. And I think one of the things we can quite easily get jealous about is the 4th rule of female friendship: money. Yes.
You just need to know your limits, because if you earn a lot more than your friend, or your friend earns a lot more than you, it's okay.
It can be so divisive.
It's really hard, but it's okay to be able to be the person that hasn't earned as much this month and say, actually, Laura, I can't afford to go out. I can't do that. Come over and I'll cook you dinner. Or I've looked online and I can get some kind of deal. Could we go here instead because it's a bit more cheaper? Like, it's okay to be that person and to say that. Like, you don't have to keep up.
Yeah, don't ever, praise be, lie about your financial circumstance because you feel like you have to keep up
appearances
with a friend.
Yeah.
And I've been guilty of that before now. One of the biggest skills that I've ever learned is in all relationships to say, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
I can't afford that.
But also, if you're on the other side, it is empowering actually.
It is,
and the thing, you'll have more respect for your friends because they should turn around and say, of course, that's fine. Yeah. Or if they are the big money earner, they might turn around to you and say, I can afford this, I want to treat you, and you don't need to pay me back. Like, this is just a nice thing I want us to do. Yeah. Because it doesn't make you less of a good friend. Yeah. Like, you don't need fancy things to have a fancy friendship.
Oh, that's a tweetable. That is, you can tweet that one. Don't need fancy things to have a fancy friendship. And so, the fifth rule of female friendship?
Frenemies.
I don't like this
I don't know why I'm
one.
smiling, because it's not a nice one.
It makes me really sad.
But it is something that is really like apparent in lots of people's lives, and it's really sad because in our mid to late 20s we shouldn't have frenemies.
What is a frenemy? A friend who acts like an enemy.
Yeah, and someone that just brings you down a peg or two unnecessarily. A frenemy is somebody that just gives you little tiny knocks that just bring you down a little bit
in a non-constructive way. So before now, Meg's might have said to me, no, when you talk about it like that, you do sound a bit above your station, for example.
Yeah.
And that is have you thought about talking about it more like this?
Yeah, because that's constructive.
But for somebody to, you know the difference in how it leaves you feeling when you've got the friend who's like, oh, you've had a haircut. Instead of just saying so. It's when you've put me in my place before now, but I've come away feeling loved in the sense that like, ouch, that hurt, but she's saying it because she wants me to be better.
Yeah.
I've come away from other friendships where I've been put in my place.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, they're not telling me because they want me to adjust my behaviour so I can be even greater. They're telling me to adjust my behaviour so that I'm kept small.
Yeah.
And that's really hard. You have to set boundaries, you have to learn to be brave, you have to assert yourself with people, which is so difficult.
Yeah, because the reason that you're keeping them in your life is probably because you believe that there's good in them and that you don't want to let go of somebody that you care about. Like you just have, you have to be brave to say you don't have to fix this person. They might just be
I'm such
that way. Like you don't have to do that, but also you don't have to take it. Yeah. That's the point to remember. And so I think like that leads on to another point, which is point 6, which is breaking up. Now, if you do have a frenemy in your life or some other circumstances happen where somebody's done something awful and you don't want them in your life anymore, that's okay. Like, you don't have to have friends forever.
Yeah, reasons, seasons or lifetimes.
Yeah,
and all of those are valid. We might not be friends forever.
No, we might have an expiry date.
I might not be at your wedding. I might not meet your kid. Yeah, but I might not.
Yeah, no. It's like we said, it is about being brave, and it's like some things can just run their course, and that's okay. And you can do it face to face, and you can be like, this isn't working for me anymore, and this is why. Or you can phase it out a little bit, you know, like there's nothing wrong with just cutting down contact a little bit, but just be a nice person with it.
What I will say is that sometimes people are thankful for the opportunity to talk about why they've been a shit.
Yeah.
And I know, particularly in romantic relationships, I've been a dickhead.
Yeah.
And acted out, and it's been a relief to have somebody sit me down and say, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. Because for whatever reason, I've not had the courage to say, I don't feel great about this and this is why. So it can be worth asking.
It can be worth asking the question. And I think maybe breaking up has come to the point where you've asked that question too many times. Maybe.
Yes. And so the final rule of female friendship?
Gossip.
I cannot stand bearing witness to gossip. I hate being around a table where for some reason we've chosen who we're going to slag off, and so everybody has at them. I either raise my hand and say, that's my friend, or, I mean, even when it's not friends, I just don't really like gossiping, full stop. But especially if it's somebody that I know, hi, that's my friend.
Yeah.
Hi, that's my friend. Can we not?
Yeah.
If they've not taken the hint, or excusing myself from the conversation. I don't want to bear witness to any kind of gossip from my friend. That's my way of dealing with it. You might stand up for your friend.
Yeah.
You know, vocally, strongly. I've done that before now as well. You're always, not everybody is everybody's cup of tea, so you're always going to hear, you know, for some reason maybe your friend isn't adored in the same way that you adore them. But if you don't at least walk away, you're as bad as the people shit talking.
Gossip can be one of two things. It can be somebody bitch talking about somebody, but also maybe like be aware. If you're the gossiper, be aware of who you're gossiping to. So don't gossip to me about Laura, because I mean, she's my friend,
stupid.
You know, but you might have genuine concerns or reasons to be really pissed off at Laura, so choose somebody else to vent to, you
Yeah,
know? Like,
go outside of your circle. And then you're not kind of bringing muddy footprints through friendship circles and stuff.
Because that's just not
you can
helpful
still,
at all.
yeah.
But it is important that you can release how you feel about things before addressing them with the person, and that's not bitching. So there's the two.
There's constructive discussion of somebody, and then out and out just being a meanie.
Yeah, and I think that's really important that you just, again, are self-aware with that.
Self-awareness, there you
be
go.
self-aware, and you will have...
7 rules of female friendship, all boiled down to one. Be self-aware.
And that's it. Like, I think that is how I feel. Like, they're key things about our friendship that just make it work, because we just love each other.
Yeah.
But we're learning from each other, and we're championing
there you go.
each other. And it's just, like, it's one of the best friendships I've got, and I think it's down to a lot of those points.
But we do also get on each other's titty ends, and it's how we deal with that as well.
It comes into all of the things, and it's just good, isn't it?
Yeah. So be nice, love each other, stand up for yourself, know yourself, and treat others how you want to be treated.
Yeah. And that's it.
Oh, that was a nice finish. That was a nice finish.
So I hope you enjoyed it, guys.
Okay.
Like, it was nice to film. So like, leave comments below. Let us know what you thought.
Yeah, please do.
Because we love to have like discussions about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of what we thrive on a little bit.
Yeah. What are your rules for friendships, and how do you navigate choppy waters? Let us know below.
Yeah. And we will see you soon, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.